This 300-gallon African cichlid tank has a couple of filtration systems on it. One of them, of course, is a sump that has two pumps on it, two Cichlids 5.0 synchro-silent pumps filtering water through sponges. There's some biomedia in there as well, some Ciporax. There's also a little bit of C-Chem matrix in there. But the real heavy lifting is being done by three very, very thick, 4-inch thick, 14-inch high sponges. The other part of the filtration system is an FX6, which I use pretty much for polishing. Because I have a pre-filter on the intake of the FX6, I've been able to run this canister for anywhere from 9 months to a year between servicing. It's been 6 months since I installed this new FX6, and the fish, of course, have gotten bigger, requiring more food, and I've added fish, so it's more stock than it was before, so the load on the filter is greater. So I'm going to give it a check, a 6-month check. Let's go ahead and open it up. I've unplugged it and let water drain into it, filling it up. I'm not going to drain it because I'm not sure I'm going to service it, but if I do service it, I would drain it, usually through the purge valve that's at the bottom. That way it's easier to move around. It is a very heavy canister when filled with water. So let's go ahead and pop the lid off, making sure that we close the hoses first and remove them to make it easier to work on. Now you're always going to get a little bit of water when you take these off. You're always going to get a little bit of water because of what's contained in this area here, but it's not too bad. This is a 6-month-old FX6 that I picked up at the Ohio Cichlid Association, from a vendor at the Ohio Cichlid Association. See what I mean? There's always a little bit of water that comes out. Now there is a sensor. I keep my canister in a tub in case there's ever a leak, and there's a water sensor. This is one of those watchdogs. Very loud. So if there's ever a leak, I'll know in the house that something's going on. And with the old unit, there was a leak, and it did warn me, and definitely helped. Paid for itself. They're about $15. You can pick them up on Amazon, or you can pick up any kind of water sensor that works. You can also have some that will tie into an app and tell you on your phone that something's wrong. The hobby's getting more and more sophisticated as some of the things from the saltwater world come over to the freshwater world after becoming more affordable. This is a Hydra heater control unit, but the aquarium is at the desired temperature, so the controller turns the power off to the heaters. That's why it's blank. The controller turns the power off to the heaters when the desired temperature is reached. That way there's never a chance of cooking your fish with a faulty heater with a sticky thermostat. This tank has a very heavy duty controller on it that can handle up to 1800 watts. So when you add a controller, be sure it can handle the watts of the heaters. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in here. Yeah, not bad. You know what? I'm gonna run that for another 3 months. That's not bad at all. See this center area right here? That should be black and full of muck. Doesn't have any muck at all. This is 6 months. 6 months. I'll pull it out so you can see it. Yep. That doesn't look bad at all. Usually the bottom tray is the one that's the worst. No. Look at that. 6 months of continuous use. And yes, I rinse that pre-filter every 2 weeks, and that's what's making the difference. That pre-filter. I got mine from Aquarium Co-op. You can adapt pretty much any chunk of filter and turn it into a pre-filter. I got an extra large one from the Aquarium Co-op and I put it over the intake. This guy is good for at least, I would say, another 3 months. So there you go. Open up your canisters every now and then, dial them in, check them out, see how they're doing. And you'll be able to dial in whether or not you need to do maintenance. And after a while, you'll get kind of a rhythm. You'll know how long you can go. Now, it's going to be different for you if you're not using a pre-filter. If you just have the standard grill intake, you're probably going to have to service between, I don't know, a month and 3 months, depending on the bio load, depending on how many fish you have and how often you're feeding. With a pre-filter, the pre-filter is going to catch and pulverize the gunk. So in other words, it's not going to pass through the pre-filter until it's really broken down into like a dust. Got to really batten these down like a submarine hatch. Fortunately, they're ergonomically shaped. All right. See you guys in 3 months. Open these guys up. Don't forget to open these up. I've heard of people, and I've done it myself, where you plug them back in, but you forget to open up the valves, and all you end up with is an overheated and possibly destroyed motor. Let's plug it in, make sure everything's working right. Quiet and running perfect. There you go. We'll crack it up again. We'll crack it open in maybe around Christmas, maybe November, December. See how it looks then. So there you have it. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a canister user, hope this helps. Certainly share your comments, tips, and ideas below. We all learn from each other on this channel. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.